Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al Red Sox fan YouTube station, and we're going to continue with Game 3 out of our best of 7 between the 1946 Boston Red Sox and the 2016 Chicago Cubs. The Red Sox of 1946 would lose the World Series to the St. Louis Cardinals in 7 games. The Chicago Cubs, as we all know, of 2016 broke their curse and would defeat the Cleveland Indians and win the World Series, bringing much joy to the Cubs fans and well-deserved. In this series, it's 1 game apiece. Cubs took the first game at Wrigley, but then dropped the second in a crushing defeat to the Red Sox. So it's 1 game apiece, and we now move to Fenway Park for Game 3. Let's go through the lineups quite quickly. Batting first for the Cubs, playing center field, Dexter Flower. He's an average defender in center with an average arm. Batting second, playing third base, is Kris Bryant. Let's move that to the middle. Average defender at third. Batting third, playing first base, the power-hitting, left-handed batting Anthony Rizzo. He had the game-winning hit in Game 1. He's an excellent defensive first baseman. And then in left field, you have Ben Zobrist. Average defender with an average arm. Batting fifth and doing the catching, Willson Contreras. Average catcher with an average arm. In right field, you have Jorge Soler, a poor defender with an above-average arm. Batting seventh, playing second base, Javier Baez. Excellent second baseman. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Addison Russell. Another excellent fielder, so the Cubs are very strong up the middle at second and short. Batting ninth, doing the pitching for the 2016 Cubs, Kyle Hendricks. 16 wins, 8 losses. Earned run average, very good, 2.13 in 30 starts. Hello, Tribes fan who's in the chat. He says, good evening, Al. Good evening to you, my friend. Hope all is well. How goes your Ferguson-Jenkins retro replay? Let's move to the Boston Red Sox lineup. We've changed it up a bit as I'm managing the 46 Red Sox. Johnny Pesky to lead off. Pesky, a good shortstop. He did have difficulty with some range plays in Game 1. Batting second, the little professor, Dom DiMaggio. Absolutely outstanding defensive center fielder with an average arm. Teddy Ballgame, batting third, playing left field. Average defender with an average arm. Playing first base, Rudy York. A good, solid defender at first. Bobby Doerr at second. Excellent. Pinky Higgins at third. Average defensively. And getting his first start in right field, we decided to go with George Mekovich. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Average defender with an average arm. A little better batting average than Moses. And batting eighth, doing the catching, is Hal Wagner. Outstanding defensive catcher with a very good arm. Batting ninth, doing the pitching for the Boston Red Sox of 1946, Mickey Harris. 17 wins, 9 losses, earned run average 3.63. So now on to the ball game. Let's check the chat where we have Tribes fan. He says replay is dead in the water, no time or tired. Maybe this weekend. Well, that's okay. Sometimes you gotta take a break, Tribes fan. Hopefully you'll enjoy this game, and I always appreciate you stopping by. And let's get on to the ball game, my friend. So leading off for the Cubs is Dexter Fowler, excuse me. He batted .276 with 13 home runs in 2016. He's a right-handed batter to face the left-handed throwing Harris. Wagner sets the target. Here's the pitch by Harris. Fowler wants that 2 or 6 column. He gets the 5 and an 8. And it's going to be a fly ball out to left field. Ted Williams should handle it. And he's there, and he makes the catch. Out number 1. Here comes the Cubs' third baseman, power hitter, Kris Bryant. .292 batting average in 2016 with 39 runs driven in. Hello, Greg Gurecki. Hope all is well, my good friend from the north. Give us a Canadian Football League update if you'd like. So Bryant's looking for that 1 or 6 column. That 1 column, a lot of blue there. The windup and the pitch by Harris. He gets a 3. That's a ground ball shortstop. Let's see if Pesky can handle it. He scoops it up and over to York for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Here comes the power-hitting, left-handed batting first baseman for the Cubs, Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo batted .292 with 32 round trippers last year. He wants a 2 or 6 column. Wagner sets the target. Here's the pitch to Rizzo. He gets the 2, and he gets the 5. He needed a 4 for a home run. The card drawn is an 8. That's going to be a double to the right center field gap. So Anthony Rizzo has a 2-out double as DiMaggio chases it down and throws it back in. So 2 outs, and Ben Zobrist steps to plate. Chance to put the Cubs ahead here in Game 3 at Fenway Park. Zobrist is looking for that 1 or 6 column. Zobrist batted .234 with 18 round trippers. Switch hitter batting right-handed off the left-handed throwing Harris. Harris looks in at Wagner. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Zobrist. That is a 6-5. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strikeout, inning over. So Anthony Rizzo is stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Due up for the 1946 Red Sox here at Fenway. Johnny Pesky, Dom DiMaggio, and Ted Williams. Let me quickly go to the chat. Greg Gurecki says, Ottawa crushed Montreal last night, 32-4. Tribes fan says, damn. Greg Gurecki says, good evening, Tribes fan. Tribes fan says, June Jones and Hamilton, what gives? Greg Gurecki says, typo, better turn the light on. He says, scary stuff. So they're having a little Canadian football chat in there as I ask the question, what's going on in the CFL? So Johnny Pesky to lead off for the Red Sox. He batted .335 with 2 home runs. He'll be facing Kyle Hendricks. They're playing their corners in to defend against the bunt. The Cubs are. Pesky's looking for that 2 or 6 column. He'll swing away. That's a 2. And an 8. It's a 17 card draw. So that's going to be a single to right. So Johnny Pesky leads off the game with a single to right. Anthony Rizzo is playing behind. Oh, no, he's holding him on. Excuse me. So Pesky's a 55% chance of stealing second base. Dom DiMaggio steps to the plate. The little professor batted .316 with 7 home runs. DiMaggio's looking for that 1 or 6 column also. We're going to let Dom DiMaggio swing away. Hendrick gets the sign from Contreras. Here's the pitch to DiMaggio. It is a 3-8 ground ball. Third base A. This could be 2. Bryant has it. Over to Baez. On to Rizzo. Double play. So that goes 5-4-3. The Cubs get 2 for 1. So Ted Williams will step to the plate with 2 outs and bases empty. Teddy Ballgame, a stellar year in 1946. 342 with 38 round trippers. Williams could give the Sox the lead with one swing of the bat. He's looking for that 3 or 6 column. Kyle Hendricks looks in at Contreras. Contreras sets the target. Here's the pitch to Williams. It's a 5-5, and Williams will go down swinging. Strike 3, inning over. We go to the top of the second, no score here at Fenway Park. Game 3, best of 7, 1 game apiece. Due up for the Cubs, Contreras, Solar, and Baez. Wilson Contreras batted .282 with 12 home runs in 2016. He's looking for a 3-6 for the columns. Harris gets the sign from Wagner. The windup and the pitch to Contreras. That is a 6-6. That's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. Strikes out the leadoff batter. So there's 1 out, and here comes Jorge Soler. Soler .238 with 12 home runs in 2016 for the Cubbies. Right-handed batter. Left-handed Harris on the mound. Wagner sets the target. Here's the pitch to Soler. He's looking for a 2 or 6 column. He gets the 4 and the 11. And it's going to be back-to-back strikeouts. Another swing and a miss. Fastball got him again. So there's 2 outs, no one on. Here comes Javier Baez for the Cubs, looking to extend the inning. 2 outs. Harris has struck out the first 2 batters. No score here, top of the second. Baez looking for the 3-6 column. Harris toes the rubber. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Baez. That is a 2. He gets the column. And an 8. And guess what, folks? That's a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3. Mickey Harris strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the second with no score. Excellent job by Mickey Harris. Due up for the Red Sox, York, Doerr, and Higgins. Let me go to the chat real quick. Tribes fan says, well, Indians swept a doubleheader today against the Tigers, by the way, in old school strat sets. They use cards marked 1 to 20 instead of a 20-sided dice. Greg Gorecki says Tribe is looking great. Greg Gorecki, I think they may be the best team in the American League. Greg Gorecki, love Bobby Doerr, great guy. Tribes fan, we shall see. The depth they have now is bananas. Shall see who they take for the 25-man roster in the playoffs. They're going to be a tough team, even with Andrew Miller hurt. So, all right. So Rudy York steps to the plate. .276 batting average, 17 home runs. Righty-righty matchup. Kyle Hendricks gets ready. He sets and delivers to York, who's looking for the 2-3 column. That's a 4 and a 10. Ground ball, shortstop X. So this goes to Russell. Here comes the 20-sided dice roll. That's a 12 G1, and that's going to be a 14, which is going to be an error. There's the ball. Russell will not be able to handle it. As it's the throw that takes Rizzo off the bag, so York reaches safely on the E6. York a 60% chance of stealing second. Hello, Mike McAllister. How are you doing, my friend? Hope you're having an excellent Friday evening. And hope everyone has a wonderful, safe Labor Day weekend. And beyond, as I like to say. So Bobby Doerr comes to play. Bobby Doerr batted .271 with 18 home runs. York is not being held on by Rizzo. Rizzo playing behind him. Cubs would love to turn 2. We're going to let Bobby Doerr swing away. He's looking for the 1 or 6 column. Contreras goes through the signs. Hendricks nods his head. Here's the pitch to Doerr. That's a 5-7. That could be a possible double. But he draws a 10, so that's going to be a fly out to center. Fowler ranges towards it, and he makes the catch. A couple of anxious moments for Fowler as he spun a little bit going back on the ball. Retreating back to first is York, so there's one out, one on, and here comes Pinky Higgins, 262 batting average, 2 home runs in 1946. Higgins looking for the 3 or 6 column. Hendricks looks over at first, even though Rizzo is not holding him on. He bluffs towards the bag. Now in at Contreras. Contreras sets the target. Here's the pitch to Higgins. That is a 6-7, and Pinky Higgins' patience proves to be prudent. He works a walk. York advances to second, so with one out, runners at first and second, here comes George Metkovich. Gets his first start in the series in right field. He batted .246 with 4 home runs. Mike McAllister says, "I'm not doing good. I am something." I think he says he's high. Well, I hope you feel better, and if you mean, I just hope you feel better. I'll leave it at that, my friend. All right, so Metkovich is up. He wants that 3-6 column. Hendrick and Contreras not on the same page here. 1 out, 2 on. Contreras goes through the signs again. Here's the pitch to Metkovich. That's a 5-6. Big swing and a miss on the sinking fastball. So he strikes him out. That's a clutch performance there by Hendricks. So now there's 2 outs, and it will be up to the catcher, Hal Wagner, as the Fenway fans chanting, "We want a hit, we want a hit." Wagner, 236 home runs in 1946. Righty-lefty matchup. Wagner digs in. Here's the pitch. He wants a 3-6 column. He gets the 6, and he gets the 11. That's going to be a fly ball to left field B. Zobrist should handle this. He starts to move towards it, and he makes the catch for the out. Inning over, so the Red Sox strand 2. We go to the top of the third here at Fenway. Game 3, best of 7, tied at 1. In games, no score. Due up for the Cubs, Addison Russell, Kyle Hendricks, and the top of the order, Fowler. Addison Russell batted .238 with 21 bombs in 2016. Lefty-righty matchup as Mickey Harris, back out on the mound for the Red Sox, looks in at Wagner, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Russell. He wants that 1-6 column. He gets the 1, and he gets a 6. That's going to be a fly ball out to Dom DiMaggio. DiMaggio's under it. He makes the catch. Out number 1. Here comes the pitcher, Kyle Hendricks. Right-handed batter. Harris works quickly. That's a 5-6. Another fly ball out to DiMaggio. He ranges towards his right a bit, and he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. 2 lazy fly balls out to the little professor in center. So top of the order, no one on, 2 outs, and it brings up Dexter Fowler. Fowler's 0 for 1. Wagner sets the target. Here's the pitch to Fowler. 2-5. Fowler doesn't bite. He will walk. So with 2 outs, Fowler at first, York holding him on. He's a 60% chance of stealing second. As Tribe fan just says to Mike, he hopes you feel better soon, as I do, and I believe everyone else does. Mike, hang in there, my friend. Oh boy, Mike says, "I'm in the hospital. I had a little heart attack, but I am a little weak now." You're going to be better. You're going to be better. You're in the best place you can be. You're going to get good care. Stay positive, Mike. friends are here for you, and your family, they're there for you. And hopefully you can enjoy this and just relax and chat away, and you will get better soon. All right, back to the game. As prayers and thoughts go out to Mike McAllister. You'll get better soon, Mike. All right, so Fowler's at first. Kris Bryant at the plate. Bryant is 0 for 1. Harris is ready. Here's the pitch. That is a 3-8. And that's going to be a strikeout as Bryant goes down looking, inning over. So they pitch around the 2-out walk. We go to the bottom of the third, still scoreless here at Fenway Park. Hello, Beatles Eternally. How are you, my friend? No, Mike. Thank you, Mike, for joining us here. And again, hopefully you relax, you enjoy it, you chat with your good friends here. We're all your friends here, Mike. And you'll be better soon. So, leading off for the Red Sox, the pitcher Mickey Harrison, in the top of the order, Johnny Pesky and Dom DiMaggio. Scoreless game. Hendricks is ready. Here's the pitch. 3-8, and that's going to be a strikeout. Swing and a miss. He blew that fastball right by Mickey Harris. He K's his counterpart. And here comes Johnny Pesky. He's 1 for 1 today. He has a single. Corners are playing in to defend against the bunt. So Bryant in at third, Rizzo in at first. Pesky at the plate. Left-handed batter. He digs in. He waits for the Kyle Hendricks offering. Contreras sets the target. Here's the pitch to Pesky. That's a 4-7. Ground ball, shortstop X. Here's the 20-sided dice roll. That is going to be a 19G1. And unbelievable, that's a 14E1. So Russell's going to make, I believe, another error here. So there goes the ball to Russell. And he bobbles it. He can't make the throw. Pesky reaches on the E6, and that is Russell's second error in the game. Can the Red Sox make the Cubbies pay? And here comes the little professor, Dom DiMaggio, as we have Beatles Eternally in the chat. And he says, prayers for you, Mike. And we all feel that same way, Mike. And how are you, Beatles? Any gigs this weekend? And how go your retro replays, my friend? So DiMaggio's 0 for 1. Pesky at first, 1 out. DiMaggio will be swinging away. The windup and the pitch by Hendricks. That's a 4. And a 6. That's going to be a ground ball, third base B. Let's see if Kris Bryant can turn 2. It's a slow bouncer. Bryant has it. He tosses to Baez, and for the force of Pesky, the relay back to first. Not in time. DiMaggio beats it out by a step. So they can't turn 2. DiMaggio will be at first base. Rizzo to hold him on. 55% chance of stealing, but he's staying put as Teddy Ballgame steps to the plate as Mike McAllister says, go Sox, go. Ted Williams 0 for 1. Teddy Ballgame looking to drive the ball out of the ballpark, give the Red Sox a 2-0 lead. He wants that 3-6 column. That 3 column's very nice for him on his card. Contreras sets the target. Here's the pitch to Teddy Ballgame. It's a 3, and it's a 5, and guess what, folks? Boom goes the ball to right center field. That will be deposited into the stands. The Red Sox take a 2-0 lead as Williams crushes that pitch. As Kyle Hendricks just hangs his head as the fans go crazy at Fenway. Teddy Ballgame has just put the Red Sox up 2-0. So that error does hurt by Russell, the shortstop. They make them pay. And here comes Rudy Sergeant York. He's 0 for 1. If you're thinking back-to-back jacks, York had 17 home runs in 1946. Contreras goes out to have a word with Hendricks. quickly. Meeting adjourned. He goes back behind the plate. Puts the catcher's mitt up. Hendrick nods his head. Here's the pitch to York. That's a 5. And a 7. That ball could be a possible double. The card drawn is 14. Fowler on the run. He makes a long run. He reaches up and he makes the catch. Inning over. So Fowler robbed York of extra bases. But the Red Sox score 2 on the Ted Williams 2-run blast. We go to the top of the 4th, 2-0, 1946 Red Sox. Due up for the 2016 Cubs, Rizzo, Zobrist, and Contreras. Let me go to the chat quickly. Beatles says, no gigs this weekend. I played a lot of projects today. 1934 Cardinals and Pirates played a war. Pirates won 10-9. Lost a heartbreaker to Philadelphia 3-1 in Diamond Mine. Cool. Mike McAllister says, Ted Williams is the man after the 2-run blast. Beatles Eternally says, setting up 1971 season in Strat, and I accidentally restarted my all-time great league in Action PC, 44 games in. Oh, wow, that stinks. I did that with my football game, 1974 Patriot Replay. I feel your pain, except I was only 4 games into a 14-game season. He says 44 games in, all lost, so I started over. Well, what shall be, Beatles. It'll still be okay. Greg Gorecki says Cardinals lost. Must have been fixed. LOL. Alright, so Rizzo steps to plate. He's 1 for 1 for the Cubs with a double. Again, he's a tremendous power hitter. 32 home runs in 2016. Harris looks in at Wagner. Wagner sets the target. Here's the pitch to Anthony. That's a 2. And a 3, and Rizzo just gets one back for the Cubs as he crushes that ball deep to center field, and that's going back, and gone as Anthony Rizzo hits a round tripper. The Cubs are on the board. It's now 2-1 as he crushed that Mickey Harris offering. So Ben Zobrist steps to the plate. Zobrist, he could go back-to-back. 18 home runs there. Harris, very upset with himself, giving up that home run to Anthony Rizzo. Steps back on the mound, toes the rubber. Wagner sets the target. Here's the pitch to Zobrist. That is a 1-5, and that's going to be a single right back up the box. Past Harris and into center field. Tying run at first. York holding Zobrist on. And here comes the catcher, Wilson Contreras. He's 0 for 1 today. The Red Sox would love to turn 2 here, so there's no outs. Zobrist at first. Contreras digs in that right-hander's batter's box. Harris, the windup, and the pitch. 2. And he comes too far inside, and he plunks Contreras. Hit by pitch. He goes to first. Tying run now goes to second. In Zobrist, there are no outs, and Wagner calls timeout and goes out to the mound. Doerr and Pesky meet him out there. They're discussing something with Mickey Harris. Make sure they're all on the same page. Meeting adjourned. Players back to their positions. Wagner squats down back behind the plate, and the Red Sox will now have to face Jorge Soler. He's 0 for 1. Struck out his first time up. They'd love to get a strikeout here, then a double play on the next pitch, or vice versa. Soler did have 12 home runs in 2016. He's looking for the 2-6 column. The windup and the pitch by Mickey Harris. It's a 1 and a 7, and they get that strikeout on the big swing and a miss. Changeup fooled him badly. He was out in front of it. So 1 out, and here comes Cubs second baseman Javier Baez. He's 0 for 1 today. Again, he has an opportunity to tie this ball game up. Zobrist represents a tying run at second. Contreras the go-ahead run at first. Red Sox pinch the middle with Pesky and Doerr looking to turn 2 and get out of this jam. Here's the pitch by Harris. That's a 5 and a 3. That's going to be a fly ball as the game... What has the game done, my friends? Here we go. The video here is not going to work, so we're just going to say show result. So it's a fly ball out to right field X. Here we go. There's a 20-sided dice roll. 18 F3, 7. I believe Metkovic will make this play here. We shall see. Metkovic going towards the ball. He ranges to his right. He juggles it, but he makes the catch. And quickly fires it back in towards Bobby Doerr at second. It's over his bluff, but did not go. He got a little too far off the bag there. So with 2 outs, the Red Sox and Harris are 1 out away from getting out of this jam. There was first and second no outs. Now there's 2, and it's up to Addison Russell, the shortstop who has made 2 errors at short, which cost the Cubbies 2 runs as Williams homered in the bottom of the 3rd. Cubs would get 1 back in the top of the 4th. So he's looking to make amends here. 0 for 1. Wagner sets the target, the windup, and the pitch to Russell. That's a 3. 6. Swing and a miss. Inning over. He chased the high fastball, couldn't catch up with it. The Cubs score 1 on the Rizzo homer, but Strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 2-1, 1946 Red Sox. Let me quickly go to the chat. Beatles Attorney says, thank you, Al. Well, you're welcome, Beatles. I feel that pain when you lose a season, believe me. People don't understand who play, whether it's football or hockey or baseball. When you're playing on Strat-O-Matic, you're in it. It's something you enjoy. And when you lose a season, it stinks, man. I'm not joking with you. It does stink. Beatles then says, I also tweak outfield ratings in old-time baseball. Yeah, you were telling me about that when we were having a conversation about that in the, I don't know if it was one of the tabletop chats or one of my comments. You were commenting on one of my games on old-time baseball, and as an experiment I'm doing the 1934 that and in digital diamond baseball both are very close. Finally, 1990 Black Sox are 73-21. Phew, so Beatles Attorney has been a busy beaver. Oh my god, look at that record for the 1919 Black Sox that Beatles Attorney is doing his retro replay. 73-21. Good God, who's in second? Out of curiosity, and how many games back? Alright, so Bobby Doerr here to lead it off for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 4th. They're up 2-1 over the Cubs. He'll be followed by Higgins and Metkovic. Oh boy, I'm going to have trouble with that name. Here in the bottom of the 4th, Doerr's 0 for 1. The windup and the pitch by Hendricks. 1, 7. And it's a strikeout fest here at Fenway Park. Swing and a miss by Doerr. 1 down. And here comes Pinky Higgins, Red Sox third baseman. He walked his first time up. Higgins looking for the 3 or 6 column. That 3 column's pretty good. 6 column in the pitcher's card, not bad at all. Also, Hendricks toes the rubber, looks in at Contreras. He's ready. Here's the pitch to Higgins. It's a 6 and a 4, and guess what? Another big swing and a miss. Strike 3. Mr. Higgins, go sit down. Hendricks 1 strikeout away from striking out the side, and he'll face George Metkovic. Metkovic is 0 for 1. Wants to extend this inning, looking for the 3-6 column. Contreras sets the target. Here's the pitch by Hendricks. That's a 1 and a 9. And Metkovic will walk to extend the inning here. So he's on with 2 outs, and here comes the catcher for the 1946 Red Sox, Hal Wagner. Hal Wagner's 0 for 1. Rizzo holding Metkovic on at first. He has a 65% chance of stealing second base. And Contreras is a -2, so that takes away from his run total. So we're going to keep him put. Here's the pitch to Wagner. That's a 1 and a 5. And back-to-back walks have now put Metkovic in scoring position at second. And here comes the pitcher, Mickey Harris, going to help his own cause. As the Red Sox fans chanting, we want to hit. Harris 0 for 1. Left-handed batting pitcher. 2 outs, 2 on. Here's the pitch to Harris. That's a 2 and a 6. And there's strikeout number 3 for the inning as Harris goes down looking. Couldn't pull the trigger there. So the Red Sox strand 2. We go to the top of the 5th. 2-1, 1946 Red Sox over the 2016 Cubs. Game 3, best of 7. Series is tied up 1 game apiece. And let's go to the chat quickly. Beatles Attorney says, LOL, yep, too busy. And in regards to the 1919 season where the Black Sox are 73-21, he said, I asked him who's in second. Beatles replies, Cleveland in second, 9.5 back. Thank you for that info, my good friend from the Netherlands. We're like the UN. We have the United States represented, we have Canada represented, we have the Netherlands represented. That's why I like my chat. But most of all, they're good people. Yeah. Alright, due up for the Cubbies. The pitcher Kyle Hendricks in the top of the order. Fowler and Bryant. If anyone gets on, Rizzo, who homered back in the 4th. Kyle Hendricks steps into the batter's box. Harris works quickly. Here's the pitch. That's a 2. 9. And guess what? Strikeout looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on that curveball. So there's 1 out, top of the order. Dexter Fowler. 2-1 game. He's 0 for 1, but he has walked once. Fowler's looking for the 2 or 6 column. Harris looking to keep him off the base paths. Wagner goes through the sides. Harris nods his head. Here's the pitch to Fowler. That's a 2. That's one of the columns he wanted. And an 8 is a possible home run. That ball's going back. DiMaggio on the run. He looks up, and that ball is bye-bye. That's deposited dead center field. We have a tie ball game, folks. Adios, amigos. It's 2-2 here. As in back-to-back innings, the Cubbies get homers. And we're all knotted up. And here comes Kris Bryant. Bryant's 0 for 2 today. But he did hit 39 round trippers in 2016. Harris again throws the rosin bag down to the mound. Steps on the rubber. Looks in at Wagner. Here's the pitch to Bryant. That is a 5 and a 6. He sends that ball out to center field to the little professor, Dominic DiMaggio. DiMaggio sprints very hard and reaches up and makes the catch for the 2nd out. So there's 2 outs, and here comes Anthony Rizzo. Anthony's 2 for 2, and he had a home run. First base is open. On deck is Zobrist. Anthony looking for the 2-6 column here. Harris looking to retire him and keep this a tie ball game. Wagner sets the target. Here's the pitch to Rizzo. That's a 1 and a 6. And Rizzo shows patience and walks. So with 2 outs, Rizzo represents the go-ahead run at first. We have ID Gesture in the chat. How are you doing, my friend? ID says, oh my god, Al, playing another game in which we can only root for the death and destruction. Don't say it. Don't say it. Good to have you here, ID. When are you going to start? Are you... ID, first we want to know if everything's A-okay. And when can we expect some live streaming from you if you're able to? Just out of curiosity. I like jumping into your chats. So, as everyone's saying hi to ID, let's get back to the game. 2 outs, Rizzo's at first. 2-2 ball game. He represents a go-ahead run. And Ben Zobrist steps to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. Ben has struck out and singled. He's looking for the 1-6 column. Harris is ready. Here's the pitch to Zobrist. That's a 6. Oh boy. And a 5. Harris comes up big. He blows the fastball right by him. Swing and a miss. Inning over. But the Cubs tie it up on the home run blast. And we have a 2-2 ball game. quickly go Fowler, but let's just look at the pitching here. Been a lot of strikeouts so far. So Hendricks has gone 4 innings, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. Harris, for the Red Sox, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. And he's given up 2 home runs, where Hendricks has given up 1 home run. Alrighty, due up for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 5th. Pesky, DiMaggio, and Williams. If anyone gets on, York. Pesky, 1 for 2. Again, corners playing in to defend against the bunt. Pesky looking to smack that ball right by them. Here's the pitch to Johnny. That's a 3-6 ground ball, second base. Baez should handle this, and he fires to Rizzo for the out. Rizzo had to race back as he was playing in, but he was there in plenty of time. So with 1 out, no one on, here comes Dom DiMaggio. He's 0 for 2. He did reach on an error, though, and he scored a run. He scored on the Ted Williams 2-run homer, which came to fruition because of the Russell error at short, which was his second. DiMaggio looking for that 1 or 6 column. He digs in. Here's the pitch by Hendricks. He gets a 4, not much there for him. And a 9, ground ball, shortstop X. Oh boy, Russell's had a horrible day at short. Here's a 20-sided dice roll. That's going to be a 16 G1 and a 9. He will make this play. So DiMaggio grounds to Russell, who will throw to Rizzo for the out. So there's 2 down now, and here comes Ted Williams. He's 1 for 2, 2-run blast. Back in the 3rd, that gave the Red Sox a 2-0 lead. Since then, the Cubs have homered with Rizzo and Fowler in back-to-back innings. It's 2-2. So 2 outs here. Williams steps to the left-hander's batter's box, ready to grip and rip, tee it high and let it fly. Contreras sets the target. Here's the pitch to Teddy Ballgame. That's a 2 and a 5, and Williams works a walk. He jogs down to first base. He gives it back to the bat boy. He represents the go-ahead run at first. We have Ken Castro in the chat. How you doing, my friend Ken? And here comes Rudy Sergeant York. He's 0 for 2 today. York had 17 home runs in 1946. He'd love to deposit a ball over the Green Monster. Hendrick toes the rubber, looks in, now looks over to Rizzo at first, who's not holding Williams on. Now looks back at Contreras. Here's the pitch to York. 6, 7, and back-to-back walks. Williams moves into scoring position as Hendricks having a little control problems here. And here comes Bobby Doerr. And again, the Red Sox fans chanting, "We want to hit, we want to hit." Base hit should put the Red Sox out in front as Williams will be off on contact. With 2 outs, Bobby Doerr at the plate. Bobby's 0 for 2. He's looking for the 1 or 6 column. Contreras flashes the signs. Hendricks nods his head. Here's the pitch to Bobby Doerr. He gets the 2 and the 4, and there is a swing and a miss, strikeout, inning over, fastball by him. So the pitcher's duel continues as we go to the top of the 6th here at Fenway Park. Game 3, 1 game apiece, and we're knotted up at 2. Due up for the Cubbies, Contreras, Soler, and Baez. Quickly go to the chat here. Ken Castro says to Beatles, "Looks like you played some good ball today." Before that, ID Gesture said, "Hey Beatles, $44 in early access, and we don't know how the game will turn out." Oh, what game is that, ID? I missed something here. That's farther up in the chat, so I don't know. Beatles says to Ken, "Yes, nice time to play. I'm broke, but I'm having fun." Good for you, Beatles. You can't take it with us, you know, when we go. Greg says hi to Ken. Ken says, "Tribe just played game 2 of 16, Indians versus the 15 Blue Jays series. Carrasco goes complete game, 1 hitter, 4-0 win. Chisenhall and Nyquin, 3 hits each. Oh, ID Chester's talking about Warhammer. Okay. Alright, back to the game here. We're having a good time tonight here on Friday night. Where else would you rather be than on Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station watching me play Strat-O-Matic baseball and in the chat? Thank you for joining me, my friends. Greatly appreciate it. So Contreras is up at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch by Harris. That's a 1 and a 3. And that's going to be a single. Line drive drops in front of DiMaggio in center field. So a leadoff single by Contreras. York to hold him on. And here comes Jorge Soler. He's 0 for 2. Red Sox want to turn 2 here. What's Soler for bunting? I should check that out. I can probably check it down here too. Alright, he's a D. Okay, so that's bunting, D, hit and run D. I don't know what N means. I'm not quite sure what that is, but he's not going to bunt or hit and run. Alright, so Solar's looking for the 2 or 6 column. Harris up to 88 pitches. He's good for 114. Wagner sets the target. Here's the pitch to Soler. That's a 4 and an 11. And there is a big swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's a huge strikeout for Mickey Harris. So there's 1 out now, and Contreras still at first. And here comes Cubby second baseman Javier Baez. He's 0 for 2. Red Sox want to turn a double play here and get out of the inning. Harris works quickly. Here's the pitch to Baez. 4, 3, fly ball, left field X. So this is going to go out to Teddy Williams. And he has a 20% chance of making a great play, 30% chance of it being a hit, 16% chance of an error. So there's a 46% chance that Mr. Baez will get on. Here's the 20-sided dice roll. That's a 13F2 and a 10 with nothing next to it. I believe Teddy Ballgame will make the play here as that ball goes out to left field. Williams moves towards it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So with 2 outs, go-ahead run at first, and the catcher Contreras. Here comes Addison Russell. He's had a tough day out in the field, my friends. 2 errors at short. And that's how the Red Sox have that 2-run homer by Ted Williams. It extended the inning. Looking to get some revenge here and make up for his boo-boos in the field. Wagner goes through the signs. Harris nods his head. Here's the pitch to Russell. That's a 3. And a 3 ground ball back to Harris. He should handle this. He throws to York, inning over. So we go to the bottom of the 6th, still tied at 2. Game 3 here at Fenway Park. 1 game apiece, best of 7. Due up for the 1946 Red Sox, Higgins, Metcavich, and Wagner. Pinky Higgins 0 for 1 with a walk. Hendrick, 86 pitches. He's good for 93. The windup and the pitch to Higgins. 2, 9. That's a ground ball to Bryant. He scoops it up and throws to Rizzo for the out. 1 down, and here comes the right fielder for the Red Sox, George Metcavich. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. 246 batting average with 4 home runs in 1946. He's looking for that 3 or 6 column. Hendricks toes the rubber, looks in. Here's the pitch. That's a 5 and a 7, and that's a 1 drawn. That's going to be a double for Metcavich, as Fowler will not be able to chase that ball down. It rolls to the wall, and Metcavich has a 1-out double. He represents the go-ahead run at second. Here comes the catcher, Hal Wagner. RBI opportunity here for Wagner. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. On deck is a pitcher, Mickey Harris. We got to think of a pinch hitter. Even though Harris has been pitching quite well. 2-2 ball game. Go-ahead run at second, and Metcavich. Here's the pitch to Wagner. 5, 6, And he goes down looking. The curveball fooled him. Strike 3. Clutch pitching by Kyle Hendricks. So with 2 outs, it's going to be up to Mickey Harris. He's 0 for 2. Oh, boy. Harris has 10 strikeouts. Hendricks has 8. What a pitcher's duel. Harris has thrown 98 pitches. Let's see who we have on our bench. Moses, 239. McBride, 301. The older cards don't do the righty-lefty splits. They're all the same. I think we're going to go with McBride. Will come in to pinch hit for Harris, which is a shame. He's pitching a great ball game here. But the go-ahead run is at second base. We'll have to put it in the hands of our bullpen. Here comes McBride. He'll pinch it for Harris. So Harris's day is done. Mickey Harris, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. They came off home runs to Rizzo and Fowler. Walked 2, struck out 10. Through 98 pitches. And here comes the pinch hitter, Tom McBride. 301 batting average with no home runs. But a base hit should score Metkovich from second. There's 2 outs, he'll be off on contact. Fenway Park rocking and rolling. Looking for a hit here. Hendrick looks in at Contreras. McBride's ready to grip and rip. Here's the pitch. That's a 4 and a 7. And McBride will go down swinging. What a job by Kyle Hendricks. Inning over. We go to the top of the 7th, tied at 2. We need a pitcher. Okay. I think we have to come with Klinger. Earned run average 2.37. Dobson 3.23. Yeah, I think we have to come with Klinger. So Klinger will come in. He's the new pitcher. McBride out of the game, pinch hitter, struck out. And we have in the chat now, Chris from Strat-O-Matic, Delaware. How are you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. Check out the last 2 games of your Mazeroski project. We'll be doing that this weekend. Remember to check out Strat-O-Matic, Delaware, and Chris. Great channel. Also check out ID Gesture's channel. Very fun channel. That's ID Gesture. So due up for the Cubs here in the top of the 7th, 2-2 ball game. The pitcher Hendricks, at the top of the order, Fowler and Bryant. Klinger on the mound. Bob Klinger, 3 wins, 2 losses in 46, 2.37 earned run average. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch to Hendricks. 6-3, ground ball to Doerr at second. Here's the 20-sided dice roll. That's a 9G1, and the second is a 12 with nothing next to it. Bobby Doerr will make this play. And there shall be 1 out in the inning. Doerr to York. So there's 1 out, and here comes Dexter Fowler. He's 1 for 2. And the game-tying home run in the top of the 5th. righty-lefty matchup. He's looking for the 2 or 4 column. Here's the pitch to Fowler. 5, 10, ground ball to Higgins at third. 20-sided dice roll. 9G3 and a 10. Oh boy, that's going to be an error on Mr. Pinky Higgins. He will not handle this. He drops it, and the go-ahead run reaches first base. Can the Cubs make the Red Sox pay for that Higgins error, as the Red Sox made the Cubs pay for the Addison Russell errors at short, And Kris Bryant steps to the plate, the power-hitting third baseman. He's 0 for 3. He would love to see that 1 or 3 column. Look at all those home runs on that 1 column. Ouch. York holding Fowler on at first. He has a 60% chance of stealing second. Bryant digs in. Here's the pitch by Klinger. A 2. Not much there. And a 5. And there's a big strikeout. Swinging it. No, he holds up, but they're going to say he went. He went. So he strikes out. Fooled by the breaking pitch. So there's 2 outs, and here comes Anthony Rizzo. Anthony's 2 for 2 with a home run. 1 swing in the back to put the Cubbies up by 2. York holding Fowler on at first. 2 outs. Wagner sets the target. Here's the pitch to Rizzo. That's a 3. And a 3. That's a ground ball to Pesky at short. He should handle it. Comes up with it. Fires to York. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the 7th as they play Take Me Out to the Ball game. Excellent. That's for Kris from Strat-O-Matic, Delaware. Okay, the trivia question. What pitcher tossed a no-hitter for the Dodgers in 1952 and again in 1956? What pitcher tossed no-hitters for the Dodgers in 1952 and 1956? So one last time before we make our choices. What Dodger pitcher tossed no-hitters in 1952 and 1956? I'm going to say I can't think of the gentleman's name, and I don't want to look it up. Oh, I can see his face. Let me go to the chat and see what they have here. Greg Gorecki says Johnny Padres. Strat-O-Matic, Delaware says Drysdale. I think that was before Drysdale's time. As Strat-O-Matic, Delaware, Chris is singing along. He says the old ball game. Now Strat-O-Matic says I think you're right. To Greg Gorecki's choice, Johnny Padres. So we shall find out. Carl Erskine. I know of Carl Erskine. It was not the gentleman I was thinking of. So Carl Erskine was the answer to what pitcher tossed no-hitters for the Dodgers in 52 and 56. Carl Erskine. That's who I was going to say, Greg Gorecki. I was going to say Don Newcomb. I couldn't think of his name. I could see him. Alright, so the Red Sox come up here in the bottom of the 7th, tied up at 2. In this best-of-7 series, tied at 1 game apiece here at Fenway Park. Due up for the Red Sox, top of the order, Pesky, DiMaggio, and Williams. Johnny Pesky 1 for 3. Rizzo and Bryant playing in to defend against the bunt. Hendricks still out on the mound. He's above his average of pitching. Now 95 pitches. He's good for 93. Here's the pitch to Pesky. 2. That's a good column for Pesky. And a 4, and that's going to be a single. Right back up the middle. So Johnny Pesky's 2 for 4 now. Rizzo holding him on. 55% chance of stealing second. Here comes Dom DiMaggio. He's 0 for 3 with a run scored, and he is, I can't believe he's a C bunter. You'd think he'd be better than that, but he is. Corners are playing in to defend against the bunt. Okay. We're going to let DiMaggio, the little professor, swing away. The windup and the pitch to Dominic. One, that's a good column for the little professor. Oh, and a 3. That's going to be a fly ball to Zobrist in left. And he shall make the catch. Out number 1. So DiMaggio got his column, but just didn't get the result. He's in a slump. As Chris from Strat-O-Matic, Delaware says, oh, missed that one. So Ted Williams steps to plate. He's 1 for 2. He had the home run in the third that gave the Red Sox a then 2-0 lead. Since then, Rizzo and Fowler have gone deep to tie it up. Another close game here in this series. Cubs still don't go to their bullpen. Hendricks up to 103 pitches. Here's the pitch to Williams. That's a 1 and a 5, and Williams hits that ball out to right field. Soler should make this play. And he one-hands it for the out. So 2 outs. Pesky's still at first, representing the go-ahead run. 2-2 ball game, bottom of the 7th, and here comes Rudy York, 0 for 2 with a walk. Hendrick looks in at Contreras. Now over at Rizzo, holding Pesky on. Back in at Contreras. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to York. That's a 6. That's a pretty good column. And a 7, and York works his second walk of the game. Pesky moves to second, represents the go-ahead run. 2 outs, 2 on. Here comes Bobby Doerr. 18 home runs in 1946. 0 for 3, Bobby is. Fenway crowd comes more alive once again, looking for that hit that will put them ahead. 2 outs, runners will be off on contact. Here's the pitch to Doerr. That is a 4. Not much there for Bobby. And a 4. And that's going to be a single. He gets the one thing that can help him. And I believe Pesky should score from second. Oh my God, they held him. Oh boy. They hold Pesky at third. So Bobby Doerr gets the split single. As 1 through 19 was a single, he drew a 10. And they hold Pesky at third with 2 outs. Ugh. I don't agree with that, but that's what the dice and statistics say. I would have sent him. Pinky Higgins comes to play. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. 262 batting average in 46. No place to put Pinky. Pesky at third. York at second. Doerr at first. Hendricks on the mound. Higgins at the plate. Contreras puts the target up. Here's the pitch by Hendricks. That's a 2. There's definitely nothing there. And that's a 4, and that's going to be a fly ball out to Zobrist. Fly ball B. Zobrist will make the catch. Inning over. The Red Sox leave the bases loaded. It's 2-2, top of the 8th. That third base coach should be fired. You should have sent Pesky. He's off on contact with 2 outs. Fowler has a 0 arm. Alright, so the top of the 8th. Bob Klinger back out on the mound for the Red Sox. He's thrown 18 pitches, good for 31. Red Sox, I think we shall guard the lines as they suggest. So we're going to guard the lines. Don't want to give up those extra base hits. Cubs will send up Zobrist, Contreras, and Soler. Ben Zobrist 1 for 3. Looking for the 1 or 4 column. The windup and the pitch by Klinger. 4. It's a Zobrist column. And a 10. He pops that ball up sky high towards first. York calls for it on the outfield grass. Makes the catch for out number 1. Have a good night, Kris. Remember to check out Strat-O-Matic, Delaware, and Kris. Wonderful channel there. And we have Eric from Higher Ground Gaming stepping into the chat. How are you, my friend? How is Mr. Brody and Miss Mags and Mr. Miller? Check out Higher Ground Gaming with Eric and Mr. Brody, another wonderful retro sports channel. There's more to it also, so check these channels out, I suggest. Good people there. So, one out. Here comes Wilson Contreras. The catcher's 1 for 2. Klinger gets the sign from Wagner. Here's the pitch to Contreras. 6. 3. Ground ball to Doerr. Here's a 20-sided dice roll. That's a 1, G3, and a 13, Bobby Doerr will gobble up this ball and throw it to York for out number 2. And here comes Solar, who's 0 for 3. They want me to pinch around. I'm not going to do that. 2 outs, no one on. Why would I put the go-ahead run at first? Higgins and York guarding the lines. Here's the pitch from Klinger. That's a 3 and a 5, and Solar walks. So he gets his walk anyway. York to hold Solar on. Only a 5% chance of stealing. Actually, York's playing behind him, excuse me. And Solar still only has a 5% chance of stealing because he is a dreadful base runner. Yes, he is. Okay. Baez at the plate. Do I want to continue to guard the lines? Yes. Baez 0 for 3. Looking to extend the inning or put the Cubs ahead. Baez had 14 home runs in 2016. Wagner sets the target. Here's the pitch to Baez. That's a 3. That's one of his columns, and it looks good. And Klinger comes too far inside. He plunks him. Hit by pitch. Go-ahead run. Goes to second in scoring position. And Solar. Baez trots down to first. As they call that clutch to get hit by the pitch. I guess it was. And here comes Addison Russell. Been dreadful in the field. And not that good at the plate. He's 0 for 3. 2 errors in the field. One swing of the bat, though, can make amends for all of his miscues. And Klinger is now at 36 pitches. And that's it for Mr. Klinger. Let's go to our bullpen. Brown, 3.46 earned run average. Righty, switch hitter, righty. Zuber, 4.28. Dobson. Dobson could be a starter, though, 13-7. I'm not quite sure if he's a starter. Dobson, 3.23. Brown, 3.46. We're going to go with Brown. Actually, before we do that, let's cancel this. Who's coming up for the Red Sox? Mekovich, Wagner, and Klinger. We have to take Higgins out. Don't want to do that yet. Okay, I'm going to go with Brown. Who else do we have who can play third base? And Pellegrini. He's an E24, which I would assume is better than an E26. But he can't hit worth a lick. .37 Russell. Ouch. Nope. come in for Klinger. So here's Mace Brown. And again, this player card was added in my, I bought player cards which were like an average of their careers. This is not, we only got 20 players with the old time set, so I added the other players who were on the World Series team. So this is this goes off as a conglomeration, an average of what he did, I guess. So that average is 8 wins, 6 losses, 3.46 earned run average, 5 saves. It's his 1935 pitching record, but it's really an average. As I bought a player set of almost every player that ever played in the majors up to a certain year. All right, so we have 2 outs, runners at first and second. Addison Russell at the plate. Brown's done with his warm-up tosses. Russell awaits the Brown offering. Wagner sets the target. Here's the pitch by Brown. That's a 2 and a 5, and that's going to be a single to left. Williams puts a charge on the ball. Lead runner has a, what is this now? Man on second can try to score. Offense must decide to send him or hold the runner. I'm not the offense. Why is it asking me this? Well, I think they would send him. I didn't get the opportunity. Great, I get to send the guy who's going to beat me now. I would think they would send him. He's got a 70% chance. So I'm going to say send him. And we're going to throw for the lead runner. The throw is coming home. I'm going to say send trailing runner. Again, throw for the play at the plate. And it's not going to be in time. Soler scores on the RBI single by Russell. He advances to second on the throw. And it's 3-2 Cubbies. So Brown does not do his job. And here comes the pitcher, Kyle Hendricks. He now is the pitcher of record. An opportunity to get a win here. Let's see if they'll pinch hit to him. I'm just going to click pitch. Nope, he's up there to hit. That's a 1 and an 8, and that's going to be a strikeout. Inning over, swing and a miss by Hendricks. But the Cubbies take the lead, 3-2, on the single by Soler. I'm sorry, on the single by Russell, Addison Russell. So he makes up for his boo-boos in the field. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 46 Red Sox 2. The 2016 Cubs 3. Due up for the Red Sox. Metcavich, Wagner, and the pitcher Brown. He'll be pinch hit for. If anyone gets on, Johnny Pesky. Metcavich is 1 for 2 with a double. Hendricks still out on the mound. He's up to 121 pitches. Contreras sets the target. Here's the pitch by Hendricks. That's a 5. Oh, let's get a 2. An 8. Ground ball, second base X. So that ball goes to Baez. Here's a 20-sided dice roll. That's a 19 G1. And that's going to be an error. Baez will boot the ball. Metcavich will reach. He represents the tying run at first. Red Sox fans perk up with that. As they chant, we want to hit, we want to hit. Rizzo holding Metcavich on. And Hal Wagner comes and plays 0 for 2 with a walk. Corners in. I think we got to go pinch hitter here. Other catcher, Partee, will come in to pinch hit. Roy Partee batted .315 in 1946. Righty-righty matchup here. Hendricks up to 124 pitches. Corner still playing in, thinking for the bunt. But Partee's He's a D bunter. He's not going to bunt. He's going to swing away. He's ready to grip and rip. The windup and the pitch by Hendricks. That's a 6. That's not his column, but there's some stuff there for him. And a 3. And that's going to be a single to left field. Line drive single. And safe chance for Mektovich to go to third, 60%. We shall say no. Hold the runners. So runners at first and second, no outs. Mace Brown steps to the plate. He's a C bunter. Corners are in. What's our bunt success here? 72% chance. So Brown will put the bunt down, hopefully. He squares. There's the bunt. Ah, it's foul. Now it's only a 56% chance. We're still going to stay with the bunt. Here's the pitch again. Mace squares. He bunts. The only play is the first, so Mace does his job. Excellent bunt. Mektovich goes to third. Pardee goes to second. Mektovich tying run at third. Pardee the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 8th at second. And Johnny Pesky comes to the plate. Infield in. They need to cut the run down at the plate. Pesky 2 for 4. Red Sox fans here at Fenway rocking and rolling. Hendricks still out on the mound. Pesky looking for something he can get by the infield or drive deep to the outfield and tie this game up. Hendrick looks in at Contreras. Here's the pitch to Pesky. That's a 1. And he walks. Bases are now loaded. And here comes the little professor, Dominic DiMaggio. 3-2 ball game. Cubs are out in front, bottom of the 8th. 1 out. DiMaggio 0 for 4 with a run scored. Infield in still. They're not looking to pull a double play. They want to make sure not to give up the go-ahead run. Hendricks up to 135 pitches. Cubs still don't pull him. DiMaggio's looking for that 1 or 6 column. Here's the pitch to Dominic. That's a 1. Come on, something big. And that's going to be a single to left field, I believe. 1 run will score. It's a tie ball game. Mektovich scores. Pardee has an 80% chance of scoring the go-ahead run. We're going to send him. And why is it at the computer should be picking this? Obviously, I don't have the settings right. I think they would throw home. So we're going to have them throw for the lead runner. And send trailing runners. Throw ball through to home. And Pesky scores. DiMaggio knocks in 2. And the Red Sox take a 5-3 lead. He knocked in 3. Holy cow. What happened here? Pesky scores. Trailing runners advance. Oh, it was a double. That was my faux pas. He got the double. The 8 was a double. So the double clears the bases loaded. DiMaggio comes up with a clutch hit. The Red Sox now up 5-3. 1 out. Teddy Ballgame at the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a home run. Hendricks is still in this game, and I'm wondering why. Oh, maybe I got to take him out. This is kind of. They should be playing. Oh, that's why. Okay. Here comes Montgomery. Here's the pitch to Williams. 3. This game will be played under protest by the Cubs. That's a walk. I might have to play this one over. So Rudy York comes up. Contreras sets the sign. Montgomery's ready. Here's the pitch to York. 1, 10. He strikes him out for out number 2. Runners on the corners. 2 outs. 5-3 lead for the Red Sox. Bobby Doerr 1 for 4. Montgomery's ready. He rocks and fires. 1, 3. It's a pop-up to Baez at second. He calls for it. He should make the catch. He does on the outfield grass. Inning over, but the Red Sox score 3 on the DiMaggio bases loaded double and take a 5-3 lead. We gotta put a catcher in, which we're gonna keep Party in the game. Just be our catcher. Do we want Mace Brown to stay in the game and pitch? We'll hit okay. Yeah. Switch hitter, righty, lefty. Fowler will bat from the left-handed side. Brown will stay in the game. Here's the pitch to Fowler. Top of the ninth. Red Sox with a 2-run lead. That's a 6-11. Fly ball, right field X. So that goes to Metcavich. 20-sided dice roll. 13 F2. There's a 10 with nothing next to it. Metcavich will make the play on this fly ball. Moves back a bit, reaches up, makes the catch. Out number 1. Red Sox 2 outs away from taking a 2-1 lead here. Kris Bryant 0 for 4 steps to the plate. Brown works quickly. Here's the pitch. 2, 4. Another fly ball out to Metcavich in right. Shades his eyes. Makes the catch. Out number 2 will be up to Anthony Rizzo to extend the inning. He's 2 for 3 with a home run. Digs in that left-hander's batter's box. Party, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Rizzo. 3, 6, and this ball game is over. Big swing and a miss. He blows the fastball by him. The Red Sox win 5-3. The Cubs are protesting the game. I'm going to have to make that up to them. What happened there was I normally click on the computer to coach the Cubs, and I didn't pick up on it when it was asking me certain things, and I kept wondering why Hendricks was in the game. So the Red Sox do win the game 5-3. Cubs protest it. So we'll go to the box score. It was a good one, though. It was exciting. Let's go to the box score. Box scores up. And before we do that, let me say thank you to the people who joined me in the chat. Ken Castro, Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. Check out Higher Ground Gaming with Eric and Mr. Broey. Greg Gorecki, good friend from the north in Canada. Chris from Strat-O-Matic, Delaware, thank you very much. He stopped by earlier. Check out that channel, Strat-O-Matic Delaware with Chris. He has the Bill Mazeroski project going. Very fun stuff. ID Gesture. Thank you. Check out his channel. That's ID Gesture. Thank you for stopping by. He was in earlier. Mike McAllister, prayers and thoughts go out to you, Mike. Mike is in the hospital. He had a heart attack, but he will recover and be as good as new. So God bless you, Mike. Health and happiness. You will recover, my friend. Beatles eternally, as always. Thank you very much, my friend. I think we got everyone, hopefully. Oh, and Tribes Fan. He was in earlier. Thank you very much, Tribes Fan. Thank you, as always, taking some time out, spending it with me. It was a fun game. Had a little faux pas there. The Red Sox win in a really fun game. They win on a Dom DiMaggio bases clearing double in the bottom of the 8th, 5-3. They get the 3 outs in the top of the 9th. So I believe I'm going to give the player of the game to... Got to give it to Dom DiMaggio. And honorable mention to Mickey Harris, the pitcher who went 6 innings, the starting pitcher, 5 hits, 2 runs. They're both earned. They were 2 home runs, though, but he did strike out 10. He gave up home runs to Rizzo and Fowler. So, for the visiting Cubs, Fowler was 1 for 4, a hit and an RBI. Bryant 0 for 5. Rizzo 2 for 4 with a home run and RBI, a run scored. Zobrist 1 for 4. Contreras, the catcher, 1 for 3. Solar 0 for 3 with a run scored. Baez 0 for 3. Addison Russell, just a dreadful day in the field and at the plate, but he did come up with a go-ahead RBI in the top of the 8th. Gave the Cubs a short-lived 3-2 lead. So he was 1 for 4 with an RBI. Hendricks, the pitcher, 0 for 4. Montgomery came in to pitch and did not get a hit. Johnny Pesky, 2 for 4 with a run scored. Dom DiMaggio, 1 for 5 with a run scored and 3 RBIs, bases clearing double. Ted Williams, 1 for 3, had a home run. It was a 2-run blast with a run scored. York, 0 for 3. Doerr, 1 for 5. Higgins, 0 for 3. Metkovich, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Wagner, the catcher, 0 for 2. Pardee, 1 for 1 with a run scored. He came in to pinch hit and stayed in to catch. Mickey Harris, 0 for 2. McBride, 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter. Klinger and Brown. Klinger didn't get an at-bat, and Brown had a sacrifice bunt. So that is it. Home runs for the game. Where are the home runs? Cubs left 9 runners on base. Red Sox 12. Attendance 40,877. Wow. It's good attendance. Oh, here's the home runs. For the Cubs, Rizzo and Fowler. For the Red Sox, Williams. Once again, the Red Sox take a 2-1 lead in this series. They win Game 3 at Fenway. Cubs are protesting it due to my faux pas. I should have been managing both teams, and I thought the computer was managing the Cubs. So we'll have to make up somehow to the Cubs. I don't know how. It was a fun game anyhow. So Game 4 will be at Fenway in the near future. Thank you very much. This is Al, Red Sox fan, saying health, happiness, and God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.